After a very long wait, the second trailer of GTA 6 is finally here, and in this video I'll be breaking it down with also some screenshots and everything that I spotted, because oh boy, there is a lot to unpack here. Rockstar themselves have confirmed that the trailer was captured on PS5, not PS5 Pro. Base PlayStation 5, and that everything is an equal amount of cutscenes and gameplay. It is worth noting that since Max Payne 3 in 2012, Rockstar has been using this technology to seamlessly transition from cutscenes to gameplay and vice versa. Based on Red Dead Redemption 2, this is all in-game footage, and you will never see a cut or a change of day or anything. Cutscenes can play at any moment and any time. So what you're seeing in the trailer is extremely likely how the final game is going to look like. Maybe even better. A good example of this is at the start of the trailer, where you can see the transition from cutscene to gameplay happening in real time. I think most of you probably didn't even realize that this was going on. I would personally assume, however, that the work that they're doing at the moment won't massively change the look of the game and will primarily just be focusing on fixing bugs and performance issues if there are any. I will approach this breakdown in different sections rather than going like scene by scene, and we'll leave some chapters down below if you're particularly interested in a section. Let's get right into it. Arguably the biggest upgrade that GTA 6 has gotten since trailer 1 and maybe even Red Dead Redemption 2, believe it or not, is the lighting and the reflections. There is a lot of reflections in this trailer. If you can think of anything that should be reflecting something, it is undoubtedly going to do so. This has been made very clear from the very start of the trailer. Taking a closer look to Jason's sunglasses, you can see that it isn't just some generic image. It is in real time. The same goes for this screenshot, where you can see reflections on both Lucia's sunglasses, her drink, and the pool that she is in. Even the watches in the game have reflections and are seemingly working in real time too, as you can see by the host of variety of different times and stuff where these watches are on, and most of them are also the exact same. But the scene that blew me away with how realistic it was this scene here, with the beer bottle reflecting the light of the TV and the picture frame on the left doing the exact same. There is so much detail in this trailer, we're not even close to being done. Car mirrors are not being neglected either, with real-time reflection seemingly being a thing compared to the rear-view mirrors that we had in GTA 5. A noticeable improvement is indeed happening. Just look at the reflections in this window as well. It's all happening in real time. Water and other wet surfaces aren't being excluded here either. Pools, water puddles, sweaty bodies, even police vehicles in the rain. Surfaces that aren't wet have light bouncing off it too. In the apartment escape scene, reminding me of that episode from Better Call Saul, the helicopter light gives an extra bit of oh crap feeling as you're being chased. It looks almost real. The police arrest scene where Jason drives by, you can see that the police lights are bouncing off the wall too, and while the lights are flashing, the shadows are continuously being casted on the wall too. It is honestly just so realistic and boggles the mind how far gaming has come, at least at Rockstar HQ. Lucia is no stranger to reflections either. The light reflecting her eyes in this screenshot and the many different light sources bouncing off her dress in several scenes is so real that you forget that it's a game sometimes. And the best part, it doesn't seem to be just something that is only happening up close. Here's a few examples of reflections still happening even from a higher or further away angle. Aside from reflections and lighting, one major thing to notice is all the objects that move in the game too. From the very start of the trailer, Rockstar comes out swinging. The realistic tire imprints on the sand from the car, the little dust from the sand moving as Brian is walking on it, Jason's toolbox and ladder having that ever so subtle movement as he is grabbing it or on top of it, and then also his big, strong, hairy chest moves as well. In multiple scenes, we can see Jason's chain move, the liquid within the beer models move in a natural and realistic way. Sand leaving foot imprints and little bits of sand and dust floating in the air as it's being stepped on. Sandals no longer just sticking to the feet. And even something as seemingly insignificant as the keyboard moving during the prison guard scene might sound like something that's the most normal thing that anyone would do that ever handled a keyboard, because you always just move it around just a little bit. But I can't think of a single game that has added that small detail to make the scene feel more alive. All the movement is very subtle, but it's there, and it really helps to make the game feel alive. The craziest movement though, the hair in this game, especially Lucia's. They're not holding back with the amount of scenes in this trailer where Rockstar comes out swinging with how realistic the hair flows. In particular, this scene where they're really happy to see each other. If you've ever been allowed to be close enough to a woman to see their hair, then you would know that this is absolutely spot on. It genuinely blows my mind, because never in my years of playing games did I think I'd be sitting here talking about how impressive hair is in a video game. How far we've come. I'm not quite done talking about hair either. There are so many different styles. Those who enjoy customizing their character to their liking will be pleased to know that I would personally be shocked if the hair growth system from Red Dead Redemption 2 does not make a return. For those unfamiliar with the way that it worked, in Red Dead Redemption 2, as you were playing the game and the in-game days progressed, your hair would naturally grow. There was also hair growing tonics that would speed up the progress with how long your hair is if you wish to do so. Jason can be spotted throughout the trailer with a variety of different hair and beard styles, and with a variety of different lengths. Also, arm hair, because why not? It seems that even arm hair is something that Rockstar has spent time on to make it look real too, and I'm even inclined to say that it will be affected by how long you stay in the sun, or at the very least is affected by the lighting, judging from this screenshot. Speaking of which, especially in the screenshots from the northern part of the map, the NPC seems to have plenty of sunburn and skin damage going on, making me wonder if this is simply the way that the NPC was designed, or if there's something that has genuine in real-time sunburn happening. I don't really recall how it worked in Red Dead Redemption 2, so feel free to correct me in the comments underneath the like button. Having said that, I'm not entirely sure if this particular scene shows Jason having a sunburn or if it's the lighting from the club itself, so you let me know about that one. Another one that might also make your own muscle grow is the muscle growth system returning from GTA San Andreas. I'm obviously basing this on the fact that we can see Jason working out at the beach and having different weights being scattered around. It's been a much requested feature, and I wouldn't be surprised if it also is going to be a feature for Lucia as well. GTA 5 had different stats in it, like a strength and a stealth and a stamina stat, so it would make sense for Rockstar to expand upon that too, after Red Dead Redemption 2 also had different body types, so combining those two will probably make for a very cool system. Switching it up and focusing on some of these smaller details for a second here. On multiple occasions you can see the veins popping out of Jason's hands while the muscle flashes is reflecting on his skin. This is not the only character where this is happening on, by the way. There's plenty of other examples where you can see some really realistic skin tones and literally everything within all these screenshots. This is really impressive stuff. These two screenshots are also particularly impressive. The detail in the skin and the beard is just simply remarkable. The mod on the characters within this screenshot, the bloodstains on the captured animal, the headband on the left dude over here leaving a mark there, the glasses on the right dude as well, and well, we can finally have a name for what is the airboat. It is the Airgator. I've also spotted a couple of out-of-state plates. The car in the truck from the trailer scene where you're robbing it is from Leonida, but the truck itself is seemingly from Liberty City. There's also some other plates that I spotted. Gloriana, which is featured on this truck over here early on in the trailer at 28 seconds. The screenshot of Lucia leaning on a bike also features a Gloriana license plate, and the Phantom Dunk in this screenshot also is sporting a Gloriana license plate, making me think that we're not only going to be seeing license plates from the state of Leonida itself alone, maybe the different states are going to be called differently, or there's just going to be random cars driving around that are going to have like license plates, or there's going to be like random NPCs that just so happen to be out of state, making the world feel, I guess, more broad than just simply being condensed to what is Leonida, which is really cool. Another really neat feature too is that police cars seemingly have their own US government plates too. Hopefully there'll be some variety in that too, because obviously, you know, different cars patrol cars, like, you know, that sort of cruisers and that sort of stuff, having different US government plates would also be really neat too. The Buzzard is seemingly getting an upgrade with a mountain gun now. This could potentially just be mission specific, but it still seemed to be keeping its miniguns and rockets, so that'd be a very interesting mission to just be able to blast that boat with miniguns and rockets while the passenger there is going to town with a mountain gun. Should be providing for some very cool missions indeed. There's also these vote signs that I spotted, which has a really funny moment already in there, where it's just kind of like these rainbow letters in the middle of all the red signs. I'm sure Rockstar will have plenty of fun with that for sure, given the fact that it's based on Florida, which traditionally is very red, we'll just call it that. The realistic dirt and rust on the vehicles is something that also was a particular standout to me in the very first scene of the trailer as well, with the Weasel News helicopter also seemingly doing some in real-time filming. Maybe like you'll be followed by helicopters when you're on a crime spree and then end up on the news. That'd be pretty cool, to be honest with you. GTA 4 did something like this, by the way, where after missions they would report on certain activities that you did. I'm pretty sure that GTA 5 did the same thing, but I'm not entirely sure. Basketball seems to also be making a return from GTA San Andreas, which will probably be tied with the entertainment area of the game too. I spotted an art center, 2 arenas, a concert hall, a hotel, and also a Ferris wheel. Unsurprisingly, first person should be making a return as well. Here's hoping that it will further improve on it from RDR2 and genuinely just start making, I guess, feel a bit more like a first-person game rather than, you know, GTA 5 where it feels a little clunky, and RDR2, in my view, it feels a little heavy, so hopefully they'll find like the right balance with that. Regardless, I think most of us will be playing it in third person, but still, first person has been a big focus since the PS4 release of GTA 5, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of time spent on the first person mode to make it feel and look as good as possible. And most importantly of all, this giant rubber ducky. Finally, I want to spend some time going through the weapons that are spotted in the trailer and some of the screenshots, particularly in Phil's Ammunition commercial. There's quite a bit. Speaking of Phil, I would personally assume that it's not going to be Phil Cassidy, but instead maybe like his son or grandson or something like that. He seems to be very much having the same kind of vibe as Phil Cassidy had back in Vice City and Vice City Stories, and even maybe GTA 3. Just a great character, and it's great that at the very least there's an homage being paid to our good friend Phil Cassidy. Luckily this time around though, the person does come with 2 arms instead of just 1. As for weapons, spotted an MP5, a grenade launcher, 2 semi-auto rifles, what I believe to be 4 different double barrel and/or hunting shotguns. Obviously it could very much be the case that these shotguns just have like a different livery going on or whatever. Not a weapon expert obviously, because, you know, I'm not American. So a pump shotgun, a semi-auto shotgun, an AK-47, an M4, which we also have a close-up screen of, 2, the M249, a more unnamed rifle which I didn't recognize, 3 or 4 different SMGs I think I spotted on the wall, and also the 9mm that was with the Lucia trap screenshot with a different pistol in Jason's bike screenshot too, and finally the revolver as well. With that said, that's the stuff that I spotted and found worth bringing up. If I missed anything, then be sure to give me a shout in the comments. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all later.